We know that Kanye is a creative genius with weird quirks. Others know him as a guy with egotistical behavior. But did you know he's also really jealous? Here are the craziest rules Kim has to put up with because her husband is one jealous man. Before we get started, subscribe to this channel. And while you're at it, be sure to check out our friends at The Trendy. They have all the latest news about the hottest artists and music videos. Now let's dive right in. Kim must pay attention to him at all times. It may not come as a surprise to anyone, but Kanye does have ego issues. Being egotistical is a factor that leads to jealousy. Because Kanye has such a big ego, he easily gets threatened when he isn't being admired. So one of his rules for Kim Kardashian is that she has to pay attention to him at all times. An insider close to the couple says that Kanye is like a child who needs constant attention. This must be difficult for Kim to handle, especially because she already has 3 young children to run after and care for. But the insider goes on to say Kanye loves his family immensely, but I think he always expects to be number 1. Kanye is very needy. This rule applies even when Kanye is on stage performing. He once caught Kim glancing at her phone during his show, which upset him terribly. While it isn't the best etiquette to look at your phone while your husband is giving his all on stage, Kanye takes everything to the next level. He now makes Kim keep her eyes on him for every song and every set of his concert. Kim promised to follow this rule and even meets him backstage with a towel and a bottle of water. She needs his approval to hang out with her friends. One of the biggest telltale signs of jealousy is when a man tries to control who his girlfriend or wife hangs out with. Kanye is obviously a jealous type with his extreme rules, but he also isn't a fan of all of Kim Kardashian's friends. Being a celebrity and socialite, Kim meets and hangs out with a lot of women. Many of them are also big names in Hollywood or in the media and entertainment industry, but a lot of them also rub Kanye the wrong way. During Kim's shower with all of her friends, there was one man who wasn't looking pleased, Kanye. A source says that Kanye probably wasn't in the mood to be around all of Kim's friends, all the quote-unquote celebrities, and all those women. Now, if Kim wants to hang out with any of her friends, she needs to get approval from her hubby Kanye. Some speculate that he doesn't trust these women with Kim and that they might introduce her to other guys. There is a notion that there are a lot of snakes and two-faced people in Hollywood, so Kanye might be right not to trust everyone who calls Kim their friend. Luckily, Kim already has enough sisters to keep her company. No talking to exes. This is a strict rule of Kanye's for Kim that definitely has its pros and cons. But one thing is for sure, this rule is proof that Kanye is jealous. Some women would rather not keep in touch with their exes. After all, they're called exes for a reason. Cutting exes off is a way for some women to cope with a breakup or get closure. But others remain friends with their exes and would still want to keep their former lovers in their lives. To each their own, but in the Kardashian West house, Kim isn't even allowed to speak her exes' names. Kanye showed his true jealous side when he was confronted by paparazzi back in 2012. Kim's ex and former NFL player Reggie Bush was expecting a child with his new spouse Lalit Avagayan. A photographer asked Kanye if he'd like to congratulate Bush on the pregnancy, which elicited an angry response from Kanye. Kim is now banned from talking about Reggie Bush or any of her exes because Kanye believes that they may still have feelings for her. This may stem from the fact that Reggie Bush's wife bears a striking resemblance to Kim K. No talking to the security. Being jealous or wary of an ex is definitely not the best behavior, but it is a natural thing to feel. Many would be uncomfortable if an ex continued to play such a major role in their significant other's life. So Kanye, while he is extreme about it, isn't that much different from a lot of guys when it comes to exes. In the Kardashian West house, Kim's exes don't even exist, but her exes aren't the only ones Kanye is jealous of. Kanye is also threatened by the very people he hired to protect him and his family, their security detail. Former Chippendale Steve Stanulus was working as a per-event bodyguard for Kanye and Kim when they attended the Met Gala in 2016. The couple was staying at the presidential suite of the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York. Stanulus reportedly spoke to Kim, who was at the door of their suite, to ask about their travel plans to the Met Gala. Kanye saw this exchange happen and was fuming. Minutes later, Stanulus was told his services were no longer needed. Now, Kim isn't allowed to speak to any of their hired security detail in case Kanye sees this as them flirting with her. No phones at the table. Having no phones at the table or when you're out with someone is a good rule to have. It's pretty rude to be scrolling through Instagram or checking your emails when you're at dinner or on a date. When Kim and Kanye first started dating, this was one of the early rules he made Kim follow. This is also part of Kanye making sure Kim gives her full attention to him instead of her phone. While it is good practice to put down the phone when out with other people, this can also be a sign that Kanye is jealous. Not only does he feel jealous of other people, but by inanimate objects like phones as well. Anything that seems to take Kim's attention away from Kanye is seen as a threat. When Kim is on her phone, chances are she's talking to someone and not just mindlessly checking her social media. And God forbid you talk to anyone else when Kanye is right in front of you. Kanye may be a very jealous person, but Kim takes this rule in her stride. She appreciates that Kanye made her focus more on the present moment and just enjoy things as they happen. Don't talk to guys. Kim is already restricted by Kanye when it comes to hanging out with her gal pals, but he's even stricter when it comes to guys who want to have just a quick chat with his lady. Kim and Kanye are often audience staples in big fashion events. They're always part of the VIP guest list in Fashion Week anywhere in the world, and whether they're in New York, Paris, Milan, or LA, Kim grabs a lot of male attention. It doesn't help that men who pay attention to her are also hunky models. An insider tells New York Daily News that a model was recently caught speaking to Kim at New York Fashion Week in 2016. According to the source, Kanye went right up to Kim and said, "Who's this guy? You like this guy?" It seems that a green-eyed monster was invited to Fashion Week. The model cleared the air saying he has a wife and children, but it seemed to only fuel the flames. Kanye reportedly snapped back, "Oh, but if you weren't married with twins, I'd have something to worry about?" Following the incidents that Kim has with male models, Kanye only allows her to hang out with non-threatening male friends. Less chats with the makeup team. Kim is known to be very chatty with her team of makeup artists and stylists. These are the people she spends hours with almost every day. And being the social media queen that she is, she knows that her fans love to get the scoop on her beauty routines straight from the source. Since she spends hours getting dolled up by her makeup team, it became natural for her to pass the time chatting with them. But ever since she started dating and then married Kanye, she's had to follow his rules. Kanye is so jealous that even makeup artists and stylists are seen as a threat to their marriage. Kanye requested that Kim be more private when in the presence of other people. That includes her makeup and hair team, who know Kim better than most. Other than the basic pleasantries and some small talk, Kim isn't allowed to chat to whoever's glamming her up. This is also a rule enforced to make sure leaks don't happen. Many people feel that they can open up to whoever's doing their hair or makeup, almost treating stylists as their therapists. Show off in social media, but not in real life. Kim is known to bear it all on social media, television, and photos. We've all seen a lot of Kim Kardashian, both in the physical sense and the emotional. No one can forget her sexy selfies, which she posts for her millions of followers on Instagram. When your man is jealous, usually the first thing he'd want out of sight are your sexy photos. Extremely jealous boyfriends and husbands are known to prohibit their ladies from posing in bikinis or anything revealing. You'd think that Kanye, who's shown to be very jealous, would be against his wife bearing it all online or in magazines, but he's actually got a unique rule for Kim regarding her sexy clothes and photos. He not only loves seeing Kim's sexy side online, he even encourages it. After all, it's how Kim earns all that dough. But while Kanye has no problem with Kim's sexuality being up for public consumption in photos, he has a problem with it in real life. An insider close to the couple revealed that Kanye doesn't mind people looking at Kim in magazines or online. That's show business. But when people start talking to her, Kanye flips out. He chooses what she wears. Many jealous men want to control every aspect of their partner's life. It's how they compensate for the insecurities and fears that they feel, especially when around other people. Kanye has proven several times that he's a jealous guy. He wants Kim's eyes only on him, and he wants everyone else's eyes on her. Kanye is so controlling that he even picks out Kim's clothes every single day. When Kim was pregnant with her first child, North, she received a lot of backlash for what she wore. She was often in clothing that hid her bump instead of showing it off. When Kim became pregnant with her second child, Kanye started to take the lead. He was dressing her in minimalist clothing that were often in neutral shades. He also put her in clothes that showed off her bump, sometimes revealing it completely. Kanye also has been known to go through Kim's closet back then to remove everything cheesy. While Kim's wardrobe is completely revamped now that they've moved into a new home together, Kanye still has a say in what Kim wears. He wants her looking the hottest she can be because Kanye only has the best dressed arm candy. Only one maid in the room at a time. Kim and Kanye have gone through a lot since their scary robbery incident in Paris. It's caused them both to be very intense about safety and security for their family. With 3 young children in the house, the couple can get very paranoid about who's entering their home. But you can't keep a $20 million mansion clean by yourself. Kim, though she's a self-proclaimed neat freak who loves to clean, has an insanely busy schedule. She doesn't have the time to keep their massive house clean, especially with 3 young kids running around. So obviously, the Kardashian Wests have maids to do the cleaning. But Kanye, who may be acting on more than just security issues, has a strict rule. When cleaning in the master bedroom, only one approved maid is allowed to be in the room at a time. This rule may have its roots in ensuring the maid can't escape with anything. Anyone who wants to get close to Kim and their family is thoroughly screened by Kanye. According to their former bodyguard, Steve Stanulis, Kanye is a very high-maintenance guy and is difficult to work with. Kanye barely trusts his own security personnel who don't step foot inside his house, so what more the maids in his room? If you think Kim and Kanye are interesting, wait till you check out our friends at The Trendy. They can tell you some crazy facts about the hottest music stars. Check them out to see what's up with the latest music videos and industry news. Be sure to subscribe and leave them a like. Which rule is the most jealous one? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to turn on the notifications to stay up to date with the latest uploads from the taco. Make sure you subscribe, and thanks for watching.